how is this practice of somatic movement that I teach different to exercise? There's a few things that stand out for me. So when we decide to do exercise, often there's a means to an end. We want to burn so many calories. We want to achieve a certain goal in terms of maybe time or number of repetitions. And by time, I'm talking about maybe we're going for a run and we're trying to run at a certain pace. There's definitely a means to an end that can come in with exercise, and we're putting our focus on what we're trying to do before we do it. There's very much a doing aspect to exercise. When it comes to this practice of somatic movement, this is all about awareness and exploring our process. And at the beginning, and even as we go through this practice, actually, we don't necessarily know where we're going to end up. And here is a perhaps a clearer way of explaining that. So if you're exercising, you might have particular targets that you're going for. So you might have so many repetitions of lifting weights. Or you might have so many miles that you want to run outdoors or on the treadmill. Or you might have so many minutes you want to do on the exercise bike. Or so many laps you want to do in the swimming pool. When we come to a really effective somatic movement practice, we actually don't know how many of anything we're going to explore before we're in that moment. So, for example, our bread and butter movements of arch and flatten. When we lay down and we start to explore these, depending on what we're feeling in that moment, it may be that one or two of each of those movements is so effective, it might be enough to feel a release in our lower back muscles and to breathe more fully and easily into our belly. On another day, depending on what's built up to it, we might have had quite a few challenges that we've been responding to. We might lay down and explore some arch and flatten. And actually, we might find that we explore 4 or 5 to feel that level of release on a different day where we explored only 1 or 2. So until we're in the moment, a really effective practice means that we're responding to what sensations and what we're feeling in the moment. We're also responding with what our focus has capacity for. So we might find that through our practice, actually, our mind is just constantly wandering back to what happened before or what's coming next. We might be very preoccupied in our mind. And it may be that actually, in that moment on that day, an effective practice is merely to observe that. On another day where we're able to connect and be more present to our felt sensations, it may be that we spend much longer and explore a variety of movements. So until we are in the moment, exploring our practice, we don't really know what is going to be effective for us. This isn't a case of going through the motions, of ticking off a list of exercises. We might have a program that we're working through. There are principles that underpin a really effective practice, and one of those is noticing what you're experiencing and feeling in the moment and being guided by that for your practice. So I hope that clarifies a little bit about how this practice is an exercise, how it differs from exercise, and when we bring both of these approaches into our world, we're able to restore connection and function through an effective practice, our ability to feel ourselves and be present. And we bring in all the different kinds of exercise that light up our light up our soul and really give us a boost that we enjoy, that helps us to be strong and healthy. I mean, that is a match made in heaven. So enjoy those different ways of approaching movement, very different ways of exploring yourself. But what you might also find as you develop and dive into this practice of really awareness and being able to feel yourself, that starts feeding into your exercise. You might notice that whatever activity you love to do, you start to enjoy that with more awareness. You start to notice really how it feels. And then through that awareness, it starts to become even more effective for you. So enjoy both of these approaches throughout your life, throughout your week and your days to come. And if we haven't met, my name is Karen. I am founder of Somatic Habit, and I've been teaching this practice for over 10 years. And for 25 plus years, I've been guiding people through all kinds of transformation.